butter.
Mic check. Ooh, I sound like butter.
Crazy.
Yeah, man, I really be sounding like butter. I be trying to tell you. I don't know if it's the microphone. I don't know if it's the demeanor, but I be sounding like butter. But, man, y'all know the face. Y'all know the name. It's your boy, Cletus Real Talk. I got my bro. I'll let him introduce himself.
It's your boy. It's Frederick, a.k.a. Fred G, a.k.a. Whoaday from L.A., man.
Okay.
Finally got an intro. Can you hear me on this?
I hear you could talk a little bit louder.
Talk a little bit louder like this? We good? Good?
You sound like butter.
Okay, butter.
I'll let you introduce this show. What's the name of what we gonna title the show?
So we gonna call this the Miseducation system? That's what we doing with it?
I like it. Just
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
I hear
yes,
you.
Sir.
Perfect. Miseducation system. Okay, so let's talk about why do you think that? Well, why did we decide to call this episode Miseducation system?
Let's get into it. Well, we stemming this off last time, so we was talking about school and what it brought to you as we was going deep into the school subject, like. So
let's talk about. Well, before we even get there, tell the people about who you are. What are some of the things that you've been through in the last year, 2 years? Because your journey is what really impressed me and really resonated with me. So let's just go there, bro.
The journey, man. Let's just take y'all back to 17 summer. So I'm from LA, born and raised South Los Angeles, California. We home for the summer. Me personally, when I go home for the summer, I've been like this since high school, man. I don't like sitting on my ass, man. I'm always a go-getter. Like, it's money to be made, it's stuff to be done. Just be productive. Don't sit. Even when you're on vacation, don't sit. But you feel me? Like 2017 summer, I didn't work that summer, so it's like I wanted to come back to Graham, chippered up. I need to be chippered up, because you never know when you hear, like, you gonna always need some money to fall on, because you never know what you're gonna run into or whatever. So I personally, to cut all of it short, I took a break off because I didn't think I was prepared for Gremlin. Was that supposed to be my junior year last year, right? Junior year.
And I didn't. What about that? What were you not prepared with? Was this financially? Was it academically? Was it just a transition?
It was everything, Cleet. It was academically. I was gonna be on probation again. Financially, wasn't no scholarship money running through. I didn't have no scholarship till like my first semester freshman year. It was just all that, and it's like I'm to the point, man. I don't need to depend on my parents for nothing. If I ask, and you feel me, the help they doing what they can, you feel me. But I feel like I could do more. As a man, because I feel like that as a young man, I'm gonna go ahead and put that load on me and knock it out. I ain't gonna stress my parents about it or nothing. So I hollered at my parents, like, I think I should just take a year off of school. You feel me? It happens. At first it was semester. I know it happens. A lot of people go through it. I mean, like, I talked to a couple of OGs. They say you gotta do what's best for you. You feel me? You just always make sure you get back on that road to what you started. So, you feel me? I committed to myself. Got a job. I worked at like 3 jobs at first. One was Target. I let that go because Target. Let me tell you something. Target is one unprofessional place. G. It's so unorganized. It looked like it's all gravy. Nah, Target is not a good place to work for, man. They were so unorganized out there in Redondo. I worked in Redondo Beach, the one in South Bay Mall. You know which one I'm talking about, right? Dropped that. I ended up picking up security in Foot Locker. Best decisions I ever made, because in security, luckily, I had an easy post. Foot Locker, I'm a shoe guy, so I could talk about shoes and do that. I could sell them all day. So first semester, man, that I took off, I didn't know where my head was at. I don't even think I was ready to come back. I'm like, man, I just wanted to stack up a little bit.
So what about that time at Grambling made you come to that rock bottom? Because you was like, man, like, you lost scholarship money, so you didn't have any scholarship money since freshman year. You said you was on probation, or you was about to be on probation again for the second time. What was going on academically in the environment that caused all that?
I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do, Cletus. I wasn't being a student that I know I should be. You know what I mean? I was straying away from the goal, and, you know, letting the party life. James, you know, man, we was turned up, man. Me and him actually had a class together, and he still gets on my ass to this day about it. That English 200 class, right? Mm-hmm. He still get on my ass about that because it was a teacher. We had 2 different views on it. He's like, she's there to help. I'm like, she's there to help, but I don't think she's really there to help me. You feel me? So it's like, he's like, nah, you just need to show your ass up and do what you need to do. I don't know. At that time, stubbornness, procrastination, all that wrapped in one. It it comes with the college. It comes with the territory. You feel me? It comes as naturally as a college student. That's gonna come, but it's up to you as a man at the end of the day to fight that off. To be like, yo, I'm here for something completely different. I'm here to get this career started. I'm here to get where I need to go. I'm here to make these connections, but I gotta stay focused. At the end of the day, I am here for school, so I gotta stay focused for it. And I just was falling off, man.
Did high school prepare you for college?
That's a great question. High school, it did, but it didn't. Cause you feel me, a lot of aspects in college, you couldn't prepare for it. You have to experience it first to be like, okay, go through it, and then you like next go around that certain aspect comes around, I'm prepared for it.
I'm already knowing.
So you feel me, like,
cause I think for me one of the biggest challenges about college was the transition.
For sure.
Because it's kind of like when you go to college, you kind of just have to jump into a deep end, and you got to deal with people that, like, in high school, if I don't like you, I don't gotta see you. I leave at 3:00 and I don't gotta talk to you for the rest of the night.
Right.
In college, these people that you don't like could be your roommate, could be somebody you dorm with, someone in your class, someone in your similar, friend circle. Especially if you go to a PWI, where like the black community is like this big, like, you gonna be around people you don't like all the time just because of this commonality of skin color and culture and what you like. So I'm already knowing that, that transition probably was a huge aspect of it as well, and that's something that they don't really, prep you for.
It was real. To be honest though, I'm gonna touch on this. Senior year, I was actually already preparing myself to, like, cause I told you the last time, I didn't really get accepted to no schools in LA. I did all HBCUs. I got accepted to like 6 schools. My number one, I wanted to go to Clark Atlanta. So when we already made the decision, like the first semester of senior year of high school, that I was gonna probably more than likely leave, I already had my mind set on, like, okay, I know I'm going to the South. I'm going to a school in August. So I already had my mind set on low key leaving. The transition, it's like I knew June, I knew I was coming to Grambling. So I'm like, I know I'm finna go to the country. I know I'm not going to no New Orleans, no Baton Rouge, like the city. Like, I know I'm going to be in the country. So the transition for me, it was a culture shock, but it wasn't like to the extreme point where it was like, damn, this ain't LA. Like, I knew what I was getting myself into, basically. So I'm like, it was cool. I actually enjoyed the transition. I'm like, okay, we in a whole different environment. We going from the city, me, James, and my other brother, Vinny. We leaving the city and we going to the country. James, I don't know. Was it a culture shock for you, bro?
Of course it was.
Yeah, my nigga.
It's culture shock for me now, being from New York, bro. I'm already knowing.
For sure. You're coming from a big place. Big place. That's what I'm saying. How'd you do it, man? How you cope with that?
I mean, I'll be real with you. I think transition phases as a whole are problematic for anybody, because I think anything that's new, that's uncharted waters, is kind of like that fight or flight. And because I failed out of college in undergrad. A lot of people don't know that. Like, I failed out my sophomore year, summer going into, like, I think my sophomore year, something like that. And
same time.
it was rough because
that second year, G. It's that second year.
Because you know what it is? When you don't have a good first year basis, it's kind of like, if you start from an A, it's easy to fall down to a D. But if you start from an F, it's hard as hell to get to an A.
I always say that.
You know what I'm saying? So
it's hard to climb back up that ladder, G. Once you after they already knocked you on your ass, you're like, oh God, I gotta do this shit. It's the process.
The process, bro. So I'm already knowing. I mean, just in Buffalo wasn't that small of a city than New York. Like, it's different, but I just think that there's a level of discipline that high school doesn't really teach you, and learning how to study. And I think that's where I learned, like, I fucked up. I did not know how to study. So at that point,
bro.
Yeah, when did you learn how to study?
I'm gonna keep it a bug, bro. Like I told you last time, bro, when I got here, it was like, okay, the shit I was doing in high school is not finna cut it no more, bro. Because it's like to the point, I'm in college now. We get out of class and I meet up with the homies. I'm not going straight to the dorm. We finna go fuck around on the yard. Finna go holler at some shorties, bro. We about to go get something to eat. We finna make
you got
Walmart
time.
Run. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Especially when class ended. It's not high school no more. Your day can end at like, your day can end from like between 9:30 a.m. to like freaking 2 p.m. You done for the day. That your day could end in one of those times. So it's like, oh, I got time. It's only 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I got time. So that's what I'm saying. I learned after a while. I learned as soon as you get something, bro, the homies is calling you in. As soon as you get an assignment in class, bro, go straight to the crib and you already fresh out the classroom, so your energy is already up on like, okay, I'm in school mode basically. I'm still in school mode. Knock that shit out when you get to the crib, man. The homies want to come through, tell them, look, give me a minute, give me like 3 hours to just, focus, because, you keep keeping yourself up, your mind is not balanced. So, you feel me? Your mind is going to be all over the place. So, it's like, you're going to have that in your head still. You need to go study. But it's like, now oh, okay, I'm with the bros. I'll do it when I get back. And you don't know how long that's going to be, bro. Nothing ever goes as scheduled.
No, that's a fact. So let's talk priorities, right? You spoke a little bit about just getting stuff done when you got it done. What was that sequence like, having to break the information or the bad news about what happened with you not being in school to your family and friends, and how did you then take the proper steps to get back into school? Because a lot of people don't be knowing.
And a lot of people don't be knowing. A lot of people get discouraged.
Yes.
That's number one. That right there, bro. That actually, it was a rough year, Cletus, because my mentality is very, very strong. As you remember, we was talking about the positivity. That stems from that. My mentality is positive. My mentality is strong. But through this year, dog, when I said that was put in my head institutionally that, black man out of the city, going to school out his state, you feel me, then leaving for a year, you destined to not come back, especially if you don't have the right support system. I have a support fucking system. Shout out to all my family and friends. I have a strong support system. Every day to every week to every at least 2 weeks to a month, if I didn't hear from you, every time a conversation, if they knew about my situation, you taking your ass back to school though, Fred, right? Going back to school though, right? Because you got to go at the end of the day. I'm like, I got you. Bet. Put that on me. I got you.
So how do you develop that if you don't have a support system? Because a lot of people may not have like that family background that they need to support them to go. Because especially if you're a first gen black student going to college.
It's about the people. It don't even have to always be family, because I swear I got friends that treat me better than family. You feel me? So it's like, if you got that friend, if you had that friend at school, you feel me, that you keep in contact with, that's like, you feel me, like on you about that, or like they checking in on you because they care about you. You feel me? It stems from a lot. I know you saying it doesn't have to be family, even if it's not friends, man. I feel like me personally, I'm gonna say it's within. I'm gonna say it's coming. It has to come within. It does have to come within. You do have to grow that mentality some type of way, man. You do. It's just, I don't know, man. It's like, I ain't gonna say it's hard to tell somebody it's not. It's not hard. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not. You have to gain that mentality, bro. Like, it has to come through within.
That just comes from life and experiences.
Yeah, it comes with the life experiences, man. You can't let it defeat you. Because that's you giving the enemy to go wherever your enemy is. I was praying because somebody's praying for your downfall.
Of course,
I believe in that for sure. Bro, you gain it. It's like gaining intelligence. It's like gaining wisdom. You have to gain that along the way of your journey. You feel me?
I feel that completely.
Yeah.
So, what are some of the personal things that you dealt with during this process? Because I think in college, a lot of people don't tell you that dumb shit's always gonna come up, and it's like, especially when you get comfortable and things are going good, that's when you should actually work harder, because that means something is about to potentially happen.
Right.
So what is one of those unexpected things that you kind of dealt with during that process of you getting into college and getting back into college? And
getting back into college, bro, I dealt with a hard blow. I don't talk about it. Like, it's really within family and close friends. But you feel me? We having that moment where we bonding. Talk ain't cheap. Over the summer, like beginning of the summer, I did lose my father. Strong hit to the point I had to look my mom in the face and say, I don't know if I could leave you again. I don't know if I could leave you in August. You feel me? Because I know what type of person you are. You're gonna need somebody. You feel me? You just lost your partner for the last 20 years since high school. You feel me? So my father. So it's like that was a blow. That was a blow. But it's like I said, man, it's not supposed to make you weaker. It's not supposed to make you weaker. It's supposed to make up here and here stronger. And man, did it. I had to be the wall for my mom, man. It did. I had a moment where I did like break down in my sleep, but it was on some other shit. I kept having moments where leading after that, it's like, damn, if I don't go back, what if I don't make it, bro? If I don't go back, I'm not gonna make it. I'm not destined. I'm not destined. I'm not. I'm not gonna finish what I started and what I had lined up. I could be already having an internship through NABJ with like some global journalists or something. Like, what if I messed that all up by not going back? What if I got to start over? What if I gotta do all the what ifs, man? And I actually broke down. Man, since I've entered my young man years, I probably cried like twice in my life, bro. Like that's how you know it was really weighing on me. And like I said, it's supposed to make you grow. And I grew, bro. I really grew. And I just ended up finding my way here. And it wasn't even. The thing about it is, I be tired of talking about it. When I'm like, I'm gonna go. No, Fred, put action. Go apply again, reapply. You got your homie Z in your ear every day saying, "Nigga, apply." You're not even doing that. At least do that to let yourself know, okay, my application is back in. I'm good. Talk to your boys in the admissions. Like, you feel me? Get what you need to get done. Get your feet waved. Do all that. Use your networks. At the end of the day, use what you are opening for you. Use your doors. Use your doors to get through the path. You feel me? So I had made the decision, like, I think I want to say the end of July. So like, 3 weeks before school was going back in, I said, yeah, I'm going back. And we just went from there. What the crazy thing about it is, Asia's actually the hero, because as you can see, it was no more dorms on campus, no more. All the freshmen took this over. They don't have any more room on campus. So they had hollered at me. Housing had hollered at me, said, we see you're readmitting, but the only thing about it is you would have to find off-campus living. I was like, man, I don't feel like paying rent, man. I just worked all year. I saved up a lot of cheese, you feel me? I don't really want to just pay rent, trick it off like that. But especially on if I don't have like no roommate.
No roommate, you have to probably pay a grip by yourself.
Pay a grip by myself, you feel me? I had help, but it's like, we trying to work smarter. We trying to work smarter, not harder, you feel me? So Asia's actually my hero, because she had actually called me the day I found that out. I don't know. She was definitely an angel sent from heaven that day, bro, because she was like, are you coming back? Because I have a feeling your ass about to tell me no. I said, no, queen.
Queen.
We come,
hit her with the
come on, queen.
I like that.
We going back. It's just we having a little technical difficulty with the housing. She said, boy, what you tripping for? I have a whole 2-bedroom apartment. I said, hold on. Hold on. I said, what? I said, you staying in a whole 2-bedroom? She said, yeah, rent out the room. You good. I said, I will see you August 14th. Don't play with me, Adrian. We made it work from there, man. Got the flight and everything, bro. It's a blessing. It was a blessing, bro. And I'm not gonna say failing school would have been my downfall. It's just the point that not coming back to Grambling and finishing my path would have like hunted me a little bit. Like if I would have had to transfer out somewhere to LA, like one of those Cal states, so I just would have had to do a community till I worked up enough credit to go somewhere else, another HBCU. It wouldn't have sat right with me. Like, I never been the type of person in school to bounce from school. I always, elementary, 1st to 5th, always went to the same school. Middle school, 6th to 8th, same school. High school.
It's kind of just finishing what you started.
Yeah, it's just finishing. I'm not a person that like to stray away from battles, man. Like, it's tough for a reason. I got to go through this for a reason, and I will find out that reason.
So if you got some advice for somebody right now that's probably listening and really going through either transitioning from high school to college or in college not really prospering the way they want to, what is some advice you'd give them?
Keep your mentality clear and focused. Stay on top of everything you need to do. From my seniors transitioning to freshmen. Hey man, just remember what you coming here for. Just remember what you going to school for. G. Don't stray away. Don't shy away from the goal at any point, man. Yeah, have your fun, do your thing. We not saying don't enjoy college for what it is, but remember what you are here for at the end of the day. You feel me? Like I'm gonna have a sit down with my kid before they touch middle school about what's your end goal and what's the path you're gonna put yourself on to, you feel me, to stay on that path, you feel me? And I'm gonna guide them into that because I don't want them to make no mistakes that I did, man. Even though mistakes do build you. You know, you can't run away from mistakes. You can't run away from failure. We all know this, but you feel me? If you could avoid something, you know, by doing what you're supposed to do it, bro.
That's a fact. So, who are some of your OGs?
As far as
your academics, because I think sometimes what tends to happen is we don't have a lot of people that been there or tell us how to navigate in spaces like this. I'm not just talking about an HBCU, because even navigating through an HBCU is a hurdle and an obstacle in itself. But just college, academia, and just being, you know, a black man figuring out career, lifestyle, and trying to find a balance between everything.
So, who's like the ones who's like put me on that path?
Tunnel vision,
man? I'm gonna throw in my father first and foremost. You gotta go, stick to it. You feel me? My father was a doer. Like, not too much of that talking. Like, let's just get it. My first male African American teacher in elementary school, 3rd grade, Mr. Hill. I think he went to Morehouse. He was a strong man, man. Like, he really like. You could tell, like, back in it, because everybody wanted to have his class. I remember in elementary at Windsor Hills, you was able to, like, parents was able to, like, suggest what, like, class they want their kid to be in next year. Everybody knew about Mr. Hill. Like, he was just wise, fam. He was just real wise. Like, he taught the gentlemen in the class, well, us boys, gentlemen, we were gentlemen. We learned how to respect the ladies. Like, he was teaching us ethic and stuff like that. I remember that vividly. Like, 3rd grade was actually a great year in elementary. Another one, I did Kappa League in high school, and I had a ton of mentors in Kappa League. It's not even all about the fraternity. It's about you as a man. Remember that. Even if you don't join us, if you do join us, remember, it's all about you being a man and taking care of your business and how to represent yourself as a black African American man in the world. Like, they was on that heavy, and I think that's what got me focused on. That's what also got me focused for college. Like, they actually prepared me for that. It actually wasn't school. It was actually Kappa League. That's why I respect that chapter out there so much, because what they did with us. Like, it was a wonderful experience, man.
Okay. So let's talk. Let's just talk education. Do you feel like you have learned a lot in college, like in class? Not so much like life lessons, but like in class. Do you feel like you can take a lot of stuff that you learned in the classroom and apply it to your everyday life?
For sure. I'm trying to think, because it's been a minute. I've had a lot of teachers so far. Especially with my major, Mr. Black. You feel me? I had him for intro to mass comm. For sure, him. Who else, man? Who else really, like, tipped the scale? It's a lot, Cletus. It's really a lot, man. And I'll be trying to think about this one. I've had great teachers. It's been great teachers so far in Grambling, and they do more than what they should. I noticed that about Grambling teachers. They want you to succeed. You feel me? They don't want you to be repeating the same class every semester. They want you to focus. That's why they give the advice they do. Certain teachers give some amazing advice. It's been a minute, because, you know, I'm just coming back off that year. So I know I had one in freshman year. I know I had Mr. Black. He was showing me the ins and outs of that. That intro to mass comm class was no joke. He was showing us the ins and outs, the basics, telling us about how social media, that's another thing. Social media, how he was actually the first teacher that said to me, since coming out of Hamilton in LA, he was the first one to say, it's power in social media. And that's when, was it 15? It was, people were starting to notice, like, yeah, this social media shit is real. Like, you have a voice in this for real. And you feel me? That's why certain people, you know, a lot of people on social media, what they use their platform. A lot of people use their platform, you know, some positive image, some negative, but a lot of people, they see they have that voice. So, you feel me? They take advantage of that. So yeah, Mr. Black definitely told us to use, you know, our social media way more than don't use it for, you know, like what we use it for, you know, scrolling. Use it to, you know, build yourself.
Enhance yourself, yeah.
Enhance yourself,
build your brand.
So definitely, Mr. Black so far, and I can't think of another one right now.
It's fine.
Keep it a buck. Yeah.
I ain't mad. So, how important do you think representation is when it came to your education? You speak about having a lot of black men. Like Mr. Black is a black man. You know, your Catholic mentors were black men. That one teacher, Mr. Hill, in third grade was a black man. How important do you think representation is in the classroom setting?
It's representation is everything, man. In the classroom setting, I feel it's important. We need it. We all need the classroom, man. It's stuff like elementary, middle school, and high school. It was stuff that we learned that was repetitive. But I feel like at the end of the day, like without certain teachers, we wouldn't be able to like, you feel me? We wouldn't be able to like grow how certain people grew. But representation is very important in the classroom, G. It is. It teaches you how to respond in the workforce, you feel me, in the real world, you feel me, because you start with the classroom, you start with interacting with peers, you feel me, you start interacting with a teacher, your boss, you feel me. So that's what I'm saying. It's the most important thing, actually, to be honest. It is.
Okay, so now let's take it a step further. Now we're back at Graham. Life is what it is. What is it like for you now, being back here? Where are you academically? Is it still struggles that you have to deal with daily, or is it kind of like you're on your really focused, narrow tip?
Personally, bro, I feel like I've grown as a student, even though I didn't do much like school stuff back in this past year. I did like one online course that was on me because I overloaded myself at home, but I was actually mentally preparing myself for, you feel me, more challenges. And you feel me, okay, Fred, you about to do this rodeo again. How we coming at it? You feel me? I'm noticing I'm doing stuff that I didn't do before I left. I'm noticing I'm going straight home, like I said, getting straight to the books, getting straight to the study. May play a little game of 2K, but while the homies is playing, I've learned while I have free time, knock out some work. If I got an essay due, knock out a page or two. You feel me? If I got a lab due, start typing it up. So you feel me? Right now, we actually pretty good. We're actually pretty good.
What's the GPA gonna look like this semester?
We going for look. Right now, I'm at like a 2. I'm below a 2.5. I'm trying to go for the 3. I'm pressing, but I'm not too pressed about it. Like I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. But I know I'm confident it's gonna look good.
So how do you get there? How do we get there? What's next? So what do we have to do to get to that point? Because there's a lot of people, like for me, like, man, listen, my story is a little weird because I came into college, like I said, I've never gotten less than a 90 in my life, except for like one time, and I cried myself to sleep about it. That's real nigga shit.
I know about them Fs, man.
And it was, you know what's crazy? It wasn't like I got an F, I got like 88. It's just my parents at the time have always stressed the importance of education.
Right.
And to the extent I do agree with them, I think education is very important. I just think that the education system that they functioned in is obsolete now.
For sure.
And I mean, like, they've always stressed to me, please become a doctor, be a lawyer, so that you'll have a good job, work for somebody, be happy, and be able to take care of your family and live the life you want to live.
I always feel it's just not those two professions.
It's not engineering and all that. It's not. There's more to life than STEM. Yeah. There's more to life than just working for somebody. Yeah, and I think that's where I feel like their system lacks, because at that time you had to, but we created our own platform in social media that we could create our own legacies, we could create our own realms, we could have our own abilities to make money.
Generation has changed, bro. It has changed.
So how do we change with it academically in the education system? What are some of the things that we need to do to change with it?
What we need to do to keep it a buck, man.
Let's talk about it.
I feel college, to be honest, my personal opinion, I feel like we should only go here for our profession. I'm gonna just keep it completely a buck. Like, take out the general eds are cool. This is just a raw like perspective of it. The general eds are cool, but it's like, okay, what was high school for? We didn't did all that. We didn't see most of the stuff already. I feel like we should only go here to work on our profession. Like, only come here to learn different skill sets. Not more than, you know what? Have the opportunity to learn your profession and another profession as well. Be multitask. Be
and multifaceted.
Yes, exactly. Learn how to do more than one thing. Have your focus on and then have your focus on like, okay, I also know how to do this. You feel me? If I need to. So it's like I feel like that work on the craft, network for sure. It should just always be an opportunity. It should be more fairs, man. I don't really see job fairs for I only see job fairs mostly for business because that's where Graham is booming on. I don't really see like job fairs for every major. Something everybody representing a major for something. I don't really see that, Jay, and I feel like that should change, man. If not now, in the near future.
Especially because like what we're doing as communicators are needed everywhere. It's not like an engineer company is gonna need
Didn't you say that the other day? Like people need. Somebody said that we need mass communication.
Of course,
people need that.
Yeah, I said that we need it because people, especially with social media, are losing their ability to communicate effectively.
For sure,
they have to function through mediums. They have to.
It's a way you use social media, man. It should definitely be a way. You feel me? Social media shouldn't be to the point where it affects you as a person, like, you feel me, like you said, not be able to communicate in real person. You're an introvert, like, you know, you should shy away from that eventually. Like, it's some people out there that's like that, but you feel me, if you have the opportunity, you know, to change that up, I feel like you should. And like you said, like, social media, a lot of people can't communicate anymore. A lot, and they're socially awkward in person. You feel me? They can't do stuff like this. They can't have intellectual conversations. You feel me? So it's like, you know, it should be a way to work around that. Mm-hmm. Definitely, everybody should know how to communicate.
Especially when you want to get things done. Like I said, like, imagine if you weren't able to communicate the fact that you wanted to change your life or come back to school, and that there was things that you did that propelled you to be in a bad space, and there were things, because I know a lot of people, for example, that reach out to me and speak like, yo, I'm in this bad academic situation and I don't know how to get out of it.
More people than anything, man. It'd be crazy. It's crazy, man. I just be looking like it. Everyone has a similar but different journey. That's what's beautiful about it. Like, I'm like, man, like, everyone's struggling, but it's like your journey is different. So yeah, I was just piggybacking on what you said.
No, so what are some other things that you tell? What are some other advice that you give somebody in a space that they're like, man, like, I don't even know what to do, like, because there's some people like, they just don't know. Like,
man, you gotta sit back and refocus, man. As a person, especially as a young adult, you just gotta you gotta think like, man, what do I want to do? What I want to do for the next 10 years? What do I want to do for the next 10 years? You feel me? Like, where do I want to be? You feel me? You could see, that's the thing. I'm not saying don't have fun. You feel me? We're in our 20s. A lot of people want to enjoy their 20s. A lot of people don't have this mindset of, I want to move. I want to chase a bag at a certain age. I want to be here. I want to be in a happy home. I want to be in a home by myself, comfortable living, nice job, nice car at like 26, 27. A lot of people just want to enjoy the moment. Mm-hmm. So, you feel me? Like, what I tell somebody who's trying to be like, well, we on, like, where do I go? Where do I go from there? Like I said, you sit back and you refocus yourself. You refocus your image on where you want to go with it. You feel me? Like, plan. You just don't write something down if you have to. G. Write your plans so you can say them out loud. Like, this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do in the next year or so. It's just it's little techniques to get your mind.
So what are those techniques? What that you use?
Me personally, what I used, I wrote down a lot of stuff. James actually put me on to that, like, our freshman year. Like, James and our boy Vinny, write down your ideas, G. Write down that. Vinny especially, we actually had this talk a lot of times. He said, bro, anything that's bothering you, because I also lost my grandmother in 2016, sophomore year. Appreciate that though. Sophomore year, bro. He said, you don't always keep your thoughts inside, bro. Get you one of your notebooks. Sit down, reflect. Write down your ideas and your thoughts, because it'll make you seeing it, so it'll make you, like, it'll relieve some stress off of you. So, you feel me, that take the pressure off your mind. You able to think better. You feel me? Able to think a little more clearer. That was one of my distractions though, losing my grandma, G, because I was raised in the house with my parents and her, so, you know, that was a blow. You feel me? So I know how that felt. I know how to.
How do you deal with loss in a college environment? Because that is something I don't think people really talk about. Like, there was a time that my mom was sick, and my mom had gotten into a car accident. My dad had gotten into a car accident. Like, there was a lot of stuff going on in my college environment, and I handled it the best way I could. But I don't think everybody functions like me. But what are some advice you'd give on how to handle things like that?
That was actually what I was going to say. A lot of people are different. It really depends on you, man. Some people take losses like, it's two type of people, bro. Some people take losses like, shit, this is life. Other people take losses not so well. Like, you're not gonna see them for a good week. You feel me? Like, I know people like that, and I know people I kind of fall a little to the left with it. I kind of fall with, no, it's not life. You feel me? It is life. You feel me? But it's like, you got to prepare for that one day. You got to prepare for that one day until you able. I'm at the age. I think around when I left for college. I think around 18, 19 years old. I was like, shit got to happen one day. This is life, G. You feel me? It's gonna hurt, but like I said, you already got to have that support system built up. You feel me? Even if you don't have that support system built up, you feel me? You have to have someone you can confide in. You have to. Talking is the best method. It's the best method, bro. That helped a lot. Sometimes I feel like, I don't know if you like this. I'm different too. Sometimes I don't feel like people understand, so I like to keep it to myself. I do like to keep stuff to myself. But stuff like that, losses, you do need to talk to somebody always. You feel me? I have me personally, I have my people. I remember James was in the room when I got that news. I ran to my boy. I ran outside, hollered at my mom. We was talking about it. I was like, man, why you didn't let me know she was this sick? I was afraid. We just got back from winter break, so I was just home. That was the blow, low key. I was just home, and she was okay. You feel me? She was in the hospital bed. You feel me? But you feel me? We didn't know it was that bad. And if they probably knew, but I'm the only child in my household. You feel me? The kid going back and forth to school, he has a lot on his mind already. Don't do that to him. So I don't know if that was on their mind or they didn't want to tell me. So you feel me? Yeah, me personally, when I found out, I ran to my boy crib. He stay in Holland, so that's the hall right across from us. I had told him he had came outside. It was on the step. I didn't break down or nothing. I'm not like an emotion. I'm not a person. My emotions don't go that far. Like, I try to like hold that in. Like, you a man. Take the hit. You feel me? He had sat me down. He was just like, if you don't do it already, bro, pray. You have to pray. You pray before you pray before you start your day. You pray before you go to bed. Pray in the shower. Pray any chance you get. You have something on your mind, talk to God, man. Because I'm not gonna say I'm an extremely religious person, because I know I don't go to church every Sunday. No, I'm not at Bible study every week, but I do believe in God. So you feel me, like that, knowing that He's in my spirit and I could talk to Him. You feel me, like personally, like within myself, like cleanse myself. I was able to work. I was able to work through that. I was able to work through it. It was hard. It was hard, Cletus, because grandma, that was the first major loss. That was the first major loss in my life. That was the first one. And then dad over the summer, that was the second
one. And then on top of that, you got all the stuff going on in school, academics. Man. You probably got a shorty that's giving you some problems too.
Brutalness, man. Acting like she don't get it. Brutalness, fam. Brutalness.
So how do you deal with relationships, like in a college setting? Because I'm not gonna lie, I'll be real with you. I lost probably, like every man has the one that got away, right?
Of course.
Yeah, I got that during college.
That's all of us. That's actually me and my friend group. When we first got to school, we all came here with wifeys. Low key, all of us came here with wifeys, bro. And usually, I don't know about the rest of them, because a lot of them went through their issues. But mine was that one that it was gonna be like, if we still rocking after college.
That's my wife. I'm already knowing.
You getting that ring? You getting ring in half the bag?
Like you're not my girlfriend at this point. Like you're just wifey and trainer.
Nah, but on me. But it's just like, man. People don't tell you that college, man, it's plenty of fish in the sea. It's plenty of fish in the sea.
And it's a lot more accessible too.
Oh, and it's way more vulnerable to catch. So it's like, you feel me? If you ain't already got that mindset, like, man, I'm chilling, man, and the 18-year-old is not gonna have that mindset. The 19-year-old is not gonna have that mindset. Not a typical one. You feel me? Like you're gonna miss out on a couple of things. You're gonna miss out on great things because you chasing temptation. So you feel me? Like me personally, I definitely had that one that got away. Now you saying how do I deal with relationships as far as, you feel me?
Like relationships, you could say, like, you know, with a woman, or relationships with like mentors, friends. But I think let's keep it relationships as a rule when it comes to women. How do you deal with relationships, long distance, short distance, on campus relationships? How do you deal with that in a college space?
Communication is key, kings. Communication is key. You gotta keep the wifey happy with communication, G. If you working with somebody back home and you out of state, gotta keep the communication. You gotta let her know, okay, especially if you're an involved person. Like, okay, I'm gonna have my moments where that phone, just because it's my cellular device, I'm not gonna be in a position to answer it or text back right away. You feel me? So, me personally, I say whenever I can, I'm FaceTiming. Getting the calls out the way. You get to see my face. We get to have a conversation. We get to be face to face with it. You feel me?
What if she thinks that you trying to? What if she thinks that, you know? Because, you know, one thing I learned about women don't think that woman's intuition, what it really is just them watching the patterns and behavior and seeing the disruption in it.
Of course.
So what if she starts to doubt that you faithful or whatever because you all the way over there and she over there? What do you do?
You gotta reassure her, King. You got it. It's draining, but you gotta do it. You gotta keep the wife happy.
If she's worth it.
If it's worth it.
Yes.
If it's worth it, man. Check me out. If it ain't worth it, young. Look. I'm at a state like what was we talking about yesterday? Graham makes you mean. I'm at a state where if you ain't getting with it, you can get off the boat. Like, straight up. Like, not even trying to be on no cocky, some ain't shit. Not even trying to be on that. Like, me personally, and I get this from my father, I'm not a patient person. My patience is limited. So, like, if I run out of patience with you, oh man, I'm not gonna give an effort. I'm not gonna give an effort. Like, if you, like you said, if she tripping, having to worry about, you know, is this real? I'm like, I'm gonna tell her what I'm gonna tell her. I'm a reassure her, but I'm like, if you're not feeling that, I'm not holding you against your will. You feel me? I can venture, you can venture. You feel me? And we keep it like that. But if she worth it, fam, if you know she's worth it, like even if you on like this phase where, you know, I'm cuffed up, but I'm still doing my thing. If you see it, like, at the end of the day, like, yo, she worth it, you feel me? You gonna fight for it. You gotta reassure her. Bro.
That's 100. What are some things that you've noticed that college doesn't teach you that you wish that they would?
As far as what, everything?
Just life. For me, I think that we need to learn how to invest in stocks in college. Yeah. I think that we need to know that it's how to have multiple strings of income, balance a checkbook, sew buttons on shirts.
A little more outside your subject, and, you know,
like day-to-day shit. Like, man, if I learn how to tailor pants in a suit, you know how much money I would have saved?
Oh, a lot.
Shit.
Pay bills. They need to teach us how to
pay bills.
That should have been
shit.
Cletus, that actually should have. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, Cletus. That actually, I'm gonna petition that. That actually should be a high school thing. High school should be teaching us, because you got a lot of people, college is not an option for them after high school. Think of it like that. Think of it like after high school, some people, you going to that 9 to 5 or you going to that job and parents are giving you 18 with the diploma, now they can hand you the cable bill. You feel me? Like 11th, 12th grade, we should be learning how to separate and, you know, separate our money and pay these bills, bro. Like, I'm gonna keep it above. Like you said, everyday shit. Not shit. I don't need to know about history. Like, I don't need to know about the fucking I don't need to know about the Civil War 8 times. Like, you feel me? Like,
or what happened with the Puritans.
What happened. I don't need to know, man, I don't need to know anything BCE. Like, why am I learning about that?
Sumeria.
Yeah, bro. I don't need to learn about the Pythagorean theorem. Oh, yeah, that's how you say it.
Pythagorean theorem.
I don't need to know about
Pythagoras
that.
And all that.
I don't need to know about that, bro.
I already know it. I'm already knowing.
That's not real life, bro. That's how I've been feeling for a minute, actually. Bro.
So, how did you realize that you wanted to go to college? Like, was going to college one of the things that you had to do, or was it like an option? Like, all right, I'm gonna go to college, but like I could always go to the the army or some shit.
It was definitely one of them. You know, parents naturally, black parents are naturally saying you going to college. But the difference between my parents is, bro, and what they put me up on game was, they parents used to tell them that, but their parents also never showed them the steps on how to. So you lose interest after a while. Like back in the day, my mom, she said I wanted to go to Northridge. I wanted to go to school, Cal State Dominguez. You know, there's colleges out there. She said, but no one sat me down and showed me how to do it. She said, like, I take my time with you. That woke me up. I'm like, yo, she has a point. You feel me? She's not only her, like, I have mentors helping me too. You feel me? So I want to say around the time where I think I was in middle school when I finally said, you feel me, basketball is cool, but I like talking about sports. I want to be a broadcaster. I always wanted to be like a professional basketball player, but it's like, bro, I think I'm gonna enjoy more talking about the sport. So,
because I would never want to go against LeBron. About 3 times in the season.
Good, bro.
I'm good off that. He gonna give you 50 points. You just gotta take it.
And Steph Curry is irritating. Like, I'm gonna get mad. This nigga keep coming across the half court shooting threes on my teammate. Like, nah, be like, that's what I'm saying. Yo.
And if it's not Steph, you got KD. If it's not KD, it's Clay. If it's not Clay, you got DeMarcus Cousins. If it's not DeMarcus Cousins, you got Sean Livingston. 6'8" point guard. Like,
she had the best defensive player in the league, Draymond Green. Like, come on, G.
Man,
it's not even fair. We're gonna get on that sports shit in a minute too, man. Oh my God, but. Me, I knew I had to go to school for it, and I knew that would be my best way, my best route, because even my dad used to actually argue me with this and say, you know, you don't need school to do what you want to do. You don't need school, you know, to get to be where you want to be with the broadcast and the news anchor and all that journalism. I'm like, well, shit, where I'm gonna go? I don't know. I'm in high school when we was having these conversations. I'm like, I don't know where to start. I feel like college. I'm not gonna talk down on college. A lot of people like to talk down on college. I'm not gonna talk down on college because college is for multi purposes. It's not just to get education. It's to do so much more. So it's like, you feel me? I'm like, okay, let's start with school. Let's start with college and see where it's gonna get you. And it's been pretty smooth so far, bro. I like it. This networking is real. Networking is real. Man, I feel like if I didn't take this year, I would be a little step further, but I feel like everything happens for a reason. So we starting from somewhere. You feel me? But for sure.
And college is a vacuum. It's a place that doesn't really exist outside of the realms of college. Like, the real world is not reflective of what goes on in college, but it gives you the opportunity for you to prepare for the real world.
Right.
Because of the kind of dumb shit that you're going to deal with at college. Like, you deal with, like I say, Grambling is a place where, and I wrote a whole thing out. Actually, yo, Jay, you can pass my phone real quick, bro? Let me see if it's right underneath the booty, bro. It's right underneath your thigh. Yeah, right there. My phone warm as a bitch. But I said like a little piece about Grambling, and I don't know how people gonna perceive it. And to be quite frank, at this point, I probably don't give a fuck because I'm about to graduate and get my master's.
Hey, shout out to Cleated.
Yeah, you know what I mean? We working. Where is it? So I entitled this "Why Grambling?" You tell me if I'm right or wrong, right? Uh-oh. This place makes good people hard. People who are easily finessed but have so much greatness come to terms that you need to be better, smarter, and very least naive. I know that don't make no sense. I couldn't really write that there.
I see where you're coming from.
Grambling makes you deal with that crutch. And when I say that crutch that makes you pussy or whack or easily exploited. Grambling makes people have to put their pride aside. Grambling's like a scared straight kind of place and helps you control your ego because it's good and bad to have one. Like, there is a such thing as a good ego. Like, I think every person needs to have a good ego, that X factor, like, nah, fuck you, I'm better than you. But there is also confidence. That ego that's like, that could be toxic to what you got going on.
It could eat away at you for real.
And I think Graham humbles that. And I said Graham helps you harness the balance between your extremes. I feel like I'm an extra ass person, but in this space you can't be too extra sometimes. In this space you can't be too smart. Sometimes you gotta play a dummy to catch a fool.
100% agree.
I said Grambling teaches you how to deal with some dumb motherfuckers and find the beauty in them. Cause there's some stupid niggas out this bitch, bro.
We talked about this.
There's some stupid. Like I said, I don't give a fuck, bro. I graduated. I think my work is gonna precede how people feel about what I have to say. But it's real. You know what I mean? Talk ain't cheap. It's real. Like anybody who goes to Grambling, tell if you go back, yeah, he not lying.
Yeah.
And then I said, Grambling makes you have to question everything just for common sense purposes.
Yeah.
And I think that's college. I think a lot of colleges probably feel that way, but I think Grams particularly makes good people have to be least naive, like less naive.
You got deep on that. You got deep. That's how you feel.
That's how I feel. Because Grambling made me a better person. I felt like before
you've been here for a year, right?
I only been here for 1 year.
1 year, one complete year. So last fall.
Yep.
Shit.
And then Grambling also teach you how to rely on people.
That's all you got in 1 year. Imagine what I would have in like this time. This is my third year. Mm-hmm. Technically fourth, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. Imagine all that shit. Like that's what you got out of the year. That's an amazing perspective. That's actually an amazing perspective on this school.
But I'll be real with you. In my 1 year being here, I went through 4 years of shit. Like I was borderline homeless at a time. Like I didn't have a place to stay. I came here on a whim, on a wish. I got a sold a dream. I bought it. Lost financial aid, got into a car accident with somebody else's car that's not my own. Had to work with people to get around. Borderline to eat. Not having access to my own bank account. Wow. Having to find money. Having to save money, having no access to things that I once knew, starting fresh, being brand new, and just building off of what I've already had, like with me, you know what I mean, like, and then just trusting the process and then getting a blessing with the Beyonce scholarship and the Nefco scholarship, and just staying humble even through that shit, because then they like, all right, Grandma's still trying to find a way, to be on some bullshit with it, because And
you see, through all that, you a humble dude, bro.
And I stay humble.
Humble dude. First of all, cause I didn't get a chance to ever say congratulations to you on the scholarship, though.
Thank you, bro.
That's a blessing, bro. That's a blessing, but for real,
Grambling go humble your ass.
That's so crazy, man.
And the reason, and I know we I know we got stuff to do today, so I'm not even gonna try to keep you to him. But the reason I really wanted you on this podcast, I think everybody hears it now. You've been through a lot. And the process, I think, sometimes is so much more important than the end goal, because what we seeing with you now, I told you, I see you as Terrence J, sports, lifestyle, music, culture, like, cause I'm the same way. Like, you are probably the most positive person I know. You are probably the most likable person I know, and you're cool within the realms of what makes you cool. And you're an individual. You're not a part of nothing. You're not trying to be down with anything. Like, you just stay in your own pocket.
I'm trying to do too much, man. I try not to, bro.
And yeah, bro. Is there anything else that you would like to touch on? Like,
that last thing you said. It's not about the end. It's about the journey. I've learned. I'm gonna leave you with this one. I really learned. It's really not about that ending. Like, I've really learned to enjoy this journey. Like, all the heart, you got to enjoy it all, man. From the most prideful moment to the most heartbreaking moment. You gotta enjoy it. Like, you have to take it in at some point. You don't have to take it in at the moment, but you have to take it in at some point. And the journey is what makes you. So that is 100. I had to touch on that. That is 100, man.
All right, cool.
Yes, sir.
Is there anything else that people need to know about you? Where can they go to find you, keep up with you?
Oh, yeah. Follow me on the gram at Whoaday, WHOADAAY__. Twitter at Whoaday does it all. Snap faded_Fred. You feel me? Get at me, bro. Big things coming soon. Just know that.
I'm already knowing, bro. He the Terrence J. I'm trying to tell y'all niggas, man. I'm getting people before they get big, bro. And I don't think people really understand what we got going on, but they gonna remember. Talk ain't cheap.
I'm gonna have you in a couple of months talking on my podcast, man.
Man, it's go time. I'm there, bro.
Come on, let's get it.
I'm
Maybe
there,
next
man.
month type. You never know, bro.
I'm there.
It's a blessing, bro.
I'm a text and call, bro.
I'm glad I met you, bro.
Me too.
glad, bro. You're a positive person too, bro.
Man, you gotta be.
This man is amazing, bro.
Oh, that's love, bro. I appreciate you.
International, bro. And you know him, bro.
No, man, don't do that.
Wake up in the city. Come on now.
I'm coming out to LA, bro. Let me know. I'm flying out there. I'll be in Merced actually in January.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll be in Merced doing some parties out there for the ABC conference, African Black Coalition Conference.
Okay.
That's how I know everybody from Cali, because you basically getting all these black people in this education system, the Cal State and the UC system, coming down to one place and basically creating an HBCU environment in California.
I love it, bro. I love it.
And I just turn up.
Make progress. I love progress too, bro. Love productivity.
We need to get our HBCU out there. I think what the ABC conference really needs to do, I've been trying to say, they need to get PWI kids. They need to get like HBCUs to bring their students, and they, if not even some of the best and the brightest, but students who actually need to be in those spaces to just learn about what college could look like. You put them all in one like place for a weekend, you'll be surprised what comes together. Like I got that whole calling people queen and king stuff from Cali. Like I got that from there.
And that's what's crazy. When you told us that yesterday, we was like, whoa, like that. See, we on a whole nother side of LA. We on a little more hood side. So it's like, it's not shocking to hear that now, because you have a lot of woke people
in the hood, of course.
A lot of, especially in the hood. You have the most wise people. They just some are how can I say it? Never really got out the environment, but they do know what's out there. You feel me? So that's what I'm saying. That's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. LA is beautiful, man. LA is beautiful. I need a break from it because I was out there for a year straight. So.
Shit, I'm like, no, your pockets was deflated.
Man,
all that spending you had to do.
Man, man, I'm a cheap dude. We spend if we only have to spend. I ain't rich, man. I don't know. I'm broke, baby. Wait, what's that man saying? Paid him for. I'm broke, baby. Come on.
That's how I be living too. Oh man, it was a vibe, man. I appreciate you, bro.
I have to take advantage of you being here for this semester because we have to collab on something.
Oh, big facts.
More stuff.
Big facts.
Yes, indeed.
I told you the goal is to get you to be a Terrence J.
Yes, indeed.
Alright, y'all. I'm gonna tap out, man. Remember, talk ain't cheap and things ain't that deep, man. Just enjoy good things.